this is NewHope calling, and it's just wonderful and it's amazing that we can have Muana and Villy and Yindy with us today. They're sitting in Chiang Mai in northern Thailand, and lots of our NewHope community will know them well. Others may not be too sure who they are, but Muana and Villy, it's 20 years now, roughly, since you've been in northern Thailand.
Yes.
They are now leading the team from Global Interaction, Aussies, that are particularly reaching out to the ethnic Thai. And about 20 years ago, NewHope adopted the ethnic Thai as an unreached people group focus. So these guys are really key for us. They're NewHope Global partners that we just want to support every way we can. So welcome. So what's it like there Friday as we're talking at the moment? What's the weather like?
Thank you, Danny, for having us. I really appreciate it for this opportunity. The weather, it has been raining constantly, since yesterday. So we've had, some good rain. But of course, it kicks up the humidity. So there's still a bit of, temperature, heat. But the humidity is quite high now. So when it stops raining, it can become pretty hot and humid.
Yeah. It's the middle of sort of
sticky. Yeah.
Do you call it wet season?
We've entered, the monsoon, the wet season, right?
Yeah. Now, Yindy, you finished school a few weeks ago. So have you been getting bored, or are you allowed to get out very much with the coronavirus restrictions? Do anything outside the house?
No, I haven't been getting bored. There's a lot of things to do. And yeah, I can go out. These days I've been going out with my friends, seeing them before they leave to their own countries. So yeah, lots of things to do these days.
And you've been at an international school, haven't you, with people from many different parts of the world. So, Muana Villy, how has the coronavirus restrictions impacted your area? Just give us a bit of summary, maybe, of where things are up to.
Initially, Thailand was the second country to China, to report about the coronavirus, people being infected, with this coronavirus. So that was in middle of January. And then the government took, measures of locking down the country from probably the end of March, and right up to the end of May, we were in a sort of, lockdown situation, which was good for the country. But of course, it restricted our movements. We were all encouraged, to stay at home and work from home. So that definitely impacted our ministry, particularly relating to people visiting churches, visiting faith communities. So that was a period of like you all doing a bit of online worship, online calls, catching up with people via the phone and internet. And then it's just been lately, since the end of May, that those restrictions have been lifted. Now, Thailand has done wonderfully in terms of managing and handling the situation, and we have a really good statistics. And right now we have just entered phase 4, which means that most entities, schools, institutions, markets have opened up. Domestic tourism has also opened up. Churches are coming back for worship, and we also as a family are going to make our first trip to visit the faith communities tomorrow. So we are excited about that and look forward to meeting people.
Now, the population of Thailand is sort of a bit more than double of Australia, I think. But your statistics, I think, have been, correspondingly still better than ours, I think. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Population is almost 70 million, and we've only had just over 3,000 people who've tested positive, for the COVID-19 virus. And in terms of, deaths, we've, as far as I can remember, it's only 58 so far. So, and one thing that I realized that, even the government, the people do attribute, to people wearing masks. I'm not sure, how that goes with you living in Australia and elsewhere. But here, people are very cooperative, and definitely I do, believe, that it has reduced, the spread, particularly in communities, when people wear masks. That's one. And probably, the hot weather, the climate also, could be a contributing factor. Yeah, and the government, has taken some good measures. The other area of impact, Danny, if I can just quickly, tell you, is because of the lockdown. Definitely, there have people, have lost jobs, particularly tourism industry, which the country relies heavily upon, is something that has affected a huge number of people. Anything related to tourism industry, the hotels, the restaurants, people, beauty parlors, all kinds, So that's been a really heavy impact upon the people, and therefore the government, like all other governments, have had to find ways in how they can support the majority of the people. So it's going to be a very critical period of how they handle the next couple of months, till the end of the year, in whether they open up the country or whether they just play it safe and have still, the financial capability to look after and support the people. So that's, two big things, that they have to look at.
Well, it's the same here. We're probably opening up a bit quicker than you, maybe, in some ways. So, Villy, your beauty parlour, your outreach to people using that area of ministry has had to sort of be paused as well. Now, there's been some opportunities here for good things, and I know a little bit from hearing from you in the past. Tell us a little bit about just sort of unexpected opportunities or ways God has been able to maybe open up things.
We've been able to help our communities, our community here, with providing some of the basic needs that they had. And we've been able to connect with the community secretary, who is part of our Bible study group now. So he updates us every now and then if there is a need. And so we asked him again, and he said, no, right now we're okay, we have enough. So what he does is that he brings some of the goods that is lying there in the community hall, and he brings it over to us, and we're able to take that to the faith groups where we have been going for worship. So we took them over to San Patong. So yesterday we were able to take tin fish, like quite a good number of them, and some rice. And then before that was the same. He packed a few things for us to take to the faith communities. So we've been able to just be a blessing through in that way. Yeah, so that was good. We've been able to connect with some more people because they were always at home. So we've been to San Patong already twice since after COVID. So we've got to know some of the relatives a little bit more in a deeper level. So that's been very good. And we've been having two of them come and attend Bible study. And even yesterday we had a really wonderful conversation. So it's been good. COVID made everyone stay at home. Yeah. And then we got to meet some of the extended family members, and we were able to build on that. So it's been wonderful, Danny. We're looking forward, very hopeful, praying that.
I know some of us heard a little bit from you about a month ago in our prayer time that you're adjacent to sort of a group of people that are in more disadvantaged sort of living arrangements, and you were able to support them and meet needs in ways that maybe in the past hadn't been there. So give us a couple of things to pray for. Sort of right now.
I think, just wisdom and discernment, for the government in the decisions that they make, because in one way or the other, it's going to affect people, their livelihoods, or possibly affect the health, if they open up the country in such a way, that could bring about a second wave or a third wave. Of that too, So that's in the macro level. In terms of our ministry, Villy talked about this group that we went and visited yesterday. So there's one person by the name Lung Noi, who is a younger brother of Kasem, who sort of leads that group. And so Lung Noi, he really enjoyed, the teaching of Jesus. The scripture, and could you just narrate, a little, what he said?
He told me, like, I already like Jesus's teaching, but I'm so deeply rooted in Buddhism. This is my culture, and I don't want the society to be telling me off. So I said, I totally understand. So it's your heart that matters to God. So you wanna, don't worry about what people tell you. Right now, you just focus on your relationship with God. Try to give your heart to God. You keep coming and listening and see what God tells you from His Word. And so he was very positive. So, we would love to pray for Lung Noi, that the Holy Spirit will continue to prepare his heart and that he will find peace with God eventually.
Yeah.
We're hearing that, and we will do that. Now, Yindy, before we finish, you finished, do they call it year 12, form 6, grade 6? What do they call your last year of secondary school there?
Grade 12.
Grade 12. That sounds very mature and a very high level. Yeah. So you finished. Can you believe it? How does it feel?
Going up there and getting my diploma was not the most exciting thing I've ever done. Maybe it's because I'm so used to people graduating that I'm just like another person who's graduated. Yeah, it's good. I'm glad I did. And now I can move on to the next stage.
Now, the plan is, I hear, that next year you're going to come to Melbourne and start university. What's your thoughts about coming to live in Melbourne?
First thing that comes into mind is the fish and chips. There's this one shop over there that sells really good fish and chips, so I can't wait to eat that. Yeah, of course I'm a little nervous because I'll be alone for the first time.
Yeah.
But I have lots of friends over there, so it will help.
Selfishly, New Hope people can't wait to sort of connect with you as a young woman in your own right. And mum and dad may not be quite as close, but it'll be interesting to just see how God uses this new sort of stage, new season in all our lives. Well, look, just so good to be together, you guys. It's just wonderful. It's a fantastic shirt you're wearing, Muana. I just, I can see the crosses on it. So you're a holy man, I know, but that's amazing. So,
I'll make sure for you one, next time you come to Thailand.
Yeah, I think I need to improve my my get-up. A lot of people probably agree with you. Well, thank you so much. And we'll keep in touch. Bless you.
Yeah. Yes, thank you for having us and appreciate your prayer and support.
Thank you, Yindy.
Thank you.